What up, peeps? Welcome back to a trade clip. There's so much stuff to go over as always. First up, we have some Hatsune Miku figures here that are pretty cool. And then a couple other anime figures as well that somebody brought in. We have a Portal 2 strategy guide, a Smashing Pumpkins CD box set. We have the Magneton from Fossil. It's a CGC 8. And then also Shaq Fu for the Genesis. Then swinging back around, we have a bunch of manga here. And what's nice is that, you know, sometimes we get stuff like this where it's just like a random volume. We find it at Goodwill or someone trades it in, but we have stuff like this as well. So we have 4 in a row here, we have 3 here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So it's nice to get these little sets because they're so much easier to sell when someone can buy all of them at once versus just some random whatever that is, you know what I mean? Going into some DVDs here. Some Studio Ghibli stuff, a couple Blu-ray, and then into the PlayStation 3 games. Lots of good titles in here, some filler and sports titles as well. Then we're into the PlayStation 4 games. Going down, and then Xbox One, just a couple. Then we have PlayStation 2, some good ones in here as well. A couple PS5 games there. And then into the Nintendo Wii. And then these last 2 Wii games here, Heavenly Guardian and Namco Museum, are sealed. And so are all of these. Factory sealed. We got a big collection from one of our regulars. Some really awesome stuff in here that we don't see very often anyway, like Calling and Cheer and the Wanderer. Those games are hard to find just opened. So the fact that we got all of these factory sealed, I think is pretty cool. Shakedown Hawaii, which was a PAL exclusive, because when they released this one, I think it was the Wii version, there was something like they did it too late and they couldn't release a North American version of it, so they had to do PAL. Might have been I think that was a game. If I'm mistaken, you guys can correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Manual and a Wii Sports. 2 Super Famicom titles here, and then some other Super Nintendo games. Some good stuff in here, Zelda, Street Fighter, Secret of Mana, Mario, we got Donkey Kong Country, Mortal Kombat, another Zelda, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Donkey Kong Country 2, the best Super Nintendo game ever made, and Mortal Kombat 3. And then finishing up, we have some really good PS2 games that got traded in, which is always really, really cool to see. Like getting stuff like this, because we do not get them very often. The Thing, Stretch Panic, Gradius 5, and Ultimate Spider-Man. 1 Xbox 360 game that's a little bit more expensive. Couple PS4 games, one that we've never had before and I've never even seen. Couple PS3 games, Series X and PS5. And lastly, the Futurama Complete DVD series, which is very, very cool. Love that show. And the Toho Godzilla Collection Volume 1 DVD. So stay tuned for more.
Alright guys, got a clip for you for more trades. We'll start back here with the cheaper 360 games. These are going to be, you know, the $13 and cheaper. I don't think there's anything too crazy back here. Got some DS and NES right there. Show the more expensive 360 and some Wii games over here. Got some Nintendo Switch at the top as well. I don't know if you can see the prices on these, so I'll get a little closer. There we are. Got some NES more NES over here. Got some Bible games. I don't know if I showed these. And got some 64. Some DS and 3DS. We'll start with those. Some of these, well, at least that Pokemon was a loose cartridge that came in when we completed it. Let's show these. Oh, you can't see. Okay. Yeah, we'll go at an angle like this. Nobody here drew this Yoshi. Just to let you guys know. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to see. That one's Classic Books, just so you don't miss out on what that one was. Got some good ones over here, like the Minish Cap and Fire Red. And then lastly, we got some handhelds. So got two different SPs here. You can see this is a cheaper one. This one's a 001 and this is a 101. Just wanted to point that out. And that's it for those trades. So real quick, I just wanted to do a quick clip just to show you guys the differences between the 001 and the 101. Of course, the 101 has a brighter screen than the 001, and when you press the light button, the 001 just turns off and on, and the 101 gets brighter, which is awesome. So if you got a 101 that does the brighter screen, you got a good one. Don't get rid of it.
Let's check out what we got today for trades, starting with some of the cheaper titles on PS2. Got some and 360 and PS4. They may be cheaper, but that doesn't mean they're not good. Try saying that 5 times fast. Got some Genesis and other Sega game and Famicom, Super Famicom. Do you pronounce it Famicom or Famicom? Let me know. I like to say Famicom because I think that Famicom doesn't sound right to me, but what do I know? I don't speak Japanese. Some interesting Switch stuff, N64 games, Game Boy Color. Got some pretty cool Game Boy Advance titles traded in today. Yeah, I like that Final Fantasy. Oh, that's Mario, Final Fantasy. And we got some Game Boy. Moving to Game Boy Color. This one is Monopoly. Sorry, I'm looking through the camera, or through the phone, not at the games themselves. So that's why I can't point. Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark and Devastation are both getting pretty expensive, as you can see, because these games have been delisted from all digital storefronts, so that's why they're getting so expensive. But if you're interested in Devastation, I would definitely check it out. It's got all the cool G1 art style and aesthetics, and it's still a pretty fun action game, and isn't messy like this one is. This one makes me sad. It's because they had the 2 great Cybertron games on PS3 and Xbox 360, and then when they were making the 3rd one, the finale, the last one, the studio was like, you need to put the movie guys in there. So as you can see, there's GG, there's the Megatron, and then there's I don't remember what his name is from the 4th movie, but it's not great, but still expensive. Thanks for watching. I'm insane.
Double Jump Video Games. We sell video games, but also some other stuff. I'll show you right now. I don't want to rhyme. Hi, Lara Croft. GameCube, my love. I don't feel super talkative today, so sorry if this is a little more meandering than usual. I have heard that these Scooby-Doo games are actually really fun. Or at the very least, people have enough nostalgia about them that they keep coming back to them. I always find it interesting, especially with like the branded like movie tie-in games or something, when there's 2 different ones and one of them is the one that's like beloved and then the other one is like, this one sucks. Usually you can tell with the price, but sometimes it's just not that sometimes it's just not that obvious. So I don't watch horror movies, I just look them up because I can't handle it, but I'm interested in the story. This one sounds really good. It's got Demi Moore. She plays the main character who is obsessed with becoming beautiful and becoming, she's like an actress, and she used to be pretty relevant. Also, this is the 2nd one of this one that we've gotten. Absolutely fascinating. Buy it. Anyway, she's an actress and she used to be this gorgeous, famous one, but she got a little older and Hollywood cast her aside
So it is kind of a story. It's supposed to be a black comedy. So it's based on that, like, the double standard where old men still get to be famous, but as soon as women get older in their field, they're considered washed up, you know. So definitely give that one a watch. Got some cool games over here. And then I want to double back to the vinyl here. Poochie, you're still $80. Raiden and Snake. I gotta pet the boys on the head. Oh, they love that a little too much. What else do we have here? PlayStation. Is this a manual? Ooh, that's a nice one. 2 Excite bikes for the price of 2 Excite bikes. Excite bikes. I think I already looked at these. Yeah. Okay, anyway, so this vinyl is interesting. It is a Newgrounds game, like a rhythm game, I guess. This person made a Kickstarter to sell these albums. The vinyl albums anyway. So this is part of that whole thing. This is boyfriend and girlfriend here apparently. But the guy who sold it to us was like, yeah, so they did these Kickstarter like special bundles. This one's got like a special sort of press, but they ended up making the actual album available anyway. So really the only special thing about this is going to be the print here and the vinyl color. As far as I know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about anything. I only do like a little bit of research, like a cursory glance, so if I ever get anything wrong, it is actually extremely entertaining to me when people go into the comments and they're like, actually, and then I'm like, oh my god, I learned something, and now I get to tell other people about it and be so annoying. So according to my instincts, Mystery Mayhem is the better game. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments, and I will be looking. Please talk to me. I'm so lonely. Anyway, bye guys.
Happy trades. Starting off with an NES trade. I think these all came from the same person. I could be wrong. Close up on the kind of filler title commons, and then we'll take a look at the more uncommon stuff. Also some Genesis games here at the end. And here are the goodies, starting off with Final Fantasy, Bubble Bobble, Rampage, and Mega Man. Balloon Fight, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Balloon Fight is a black box game. It's like an early release title. And then we also got Genesis, Batman and Robin, and a Game Gear game. Oopsies, almost dropped you guys, sorry. Hope you guys aren't afraid of heights. I don't know if that was a funny joke or not. Mega Man X, Mickey Mouse, or sorry, Mickey Mania, Star Fox, and Final Fantasy. Quite a few Switch titles in here. Some NIS titles. I wonder if those came from the same person. Blaze Blue, Persona is factory sealed. And I think, yes, that is the Steelbook edition. And then PS1 titles, Vagrant Story does not have a manual. Everything else is otherwise fully complete. VR missions, Mega Man X4, Twisted Metal, Final Fantasy. Then we have these cartridges that were traded in as well, all from various different people. We have Dark Souls Trilogy. This is a PAL or European import, but it still will work on your North American Xbox One. So if you want to save a little bit of money, enjoy these games, it's a great way to get it. DS console, some filler title PS4 titles, and then as you can see, Pokemon cards.